Hello, comadres. Welcome to your monthly full moon report. My name is Marlene, and I am your moon goddess, bringing you full moon in Capricorn. Today, I heard one of my favorite astrologers say, just in time, a full moon in Capricorn. And I thought that was so cute because full moon in Capricorns are not a walk in the park, but she said just in time because we have been coming off some crazy energy. And really, one thing that Capricorn does do is that it grounds us, it sobers up the situation, and it can bring some clarity because it is so earthy and grounding. And I think that's exactly why she was referring to this full moon in Capricorn as just that. To you, comadres that are here live, thank you so much for joining me. As you know, every month I show up twice for the new moon and the full moon. So, comadre, if you're watching this after, just remember you can always join us live on Zoom. You can always find your invite on Mighty Networks as part of our community. And you can join us live. We have a really cool question and answers after where we get to share, and that is not recorded. It's not part of the recorded report. So it just gives us this intimate space where we can share, we can talk about what we're feeling, and kind of just see how this energy manifests in all our lives. So without further ado, we have a lot to cover because we are just in a really, really powerful time coming off of the summer solstice. I don't know if you've seen the summer solstice special video for comadres in with Ilona and I that we did last week. If you didn't, after this, or if you get some time on the weekend, go ahead and check it out because it does give a nice preempt report to what we're going to be discussing today. And also, there is a lot about Mercury retrograde, which this Mercury retrograde that we just had that finished on the 22nd of June. And yes, comadres, I stand corrected. Throughout that entire report, I said 29th of June, and it was the 22nd of June. Much to my surprise, because when I found out, I was like, oh my God, thank God. I was like, I don't have to wait till the 29th. This is amazing, because this was a doozy. And, we expected it to be, knowing that Mercury was in its home sign of Gemini, North Node in Gemini, Venus was in Gemini, and its Sun was in Gemini. It's just, there was a lot of mercurial energy. So the intensity of this Mercury retrograde was definitely palpable. And coming off of that now, just 2 days before this new moon, this full moon yesterday in Capricorn, really opens up a space, if you will, gives us a gap to go over and analyze what were the things that came up during this Mercury retrograde for you. What did it bring up? And now that the moon has illuminated in Capricorn, is there clarity around that? Have you become rooted in some of these lessons that were shown to you? And these are good things to ask yourself. It's nice that this full moon in Capricorn is not on an eclipse. Since 2019, every lunation in Capricorn has been an eclipse. This is the first time in 3 years that we're experiencing the Capricorn energy without an eclipse. So it does bring this clarity because Capricorn likes to be productive. Capricorn likes to be responsible, likes to move ahead. It's like, okay, what matters right now? And let's get to that. It's committed to the task and it's grounded in its approach. So it focuses on managing your energy. So, where is Capricorn focusing on? Whether you're feeling this intuitively or you literally, pull up your natal chart and look where this moon, what house this moon is hitting, that is particularly bringing up certain themes for you. But intuitively, if I ask you right now, Where is Capricorn asking you to manage your energy or focus on managing your energy? A new awareness can come up with this new moon, and that that may need your energy. Maybe there's a new focal point that has come up. Maybe there's some new information that has come to light. Maybe the way you were approaching a certain situation now looks a different way. Capricorn tends to be serious and a little bit about tough love. It gives you this, like, hey, you know what, just grow up already, like get moving and grow up. And it's kind of sobering in that way, and it could feel a little emotionless sometimes when they come from that approach. Doesn't necessarily mean that a Capricorn that you may know is not, doesn't have emotions. What it means is that they bring a different approach. There's a lot of drive and ambition behind the Capricorn, and when they are committed to a task, you feel that, and there's a seriousness behind that. So when this full moon illuminates, and we're feeling this lunation for the next 2 days, 2.5 days, now, where is that lunation shining? Where is it coming up for you that there's a new awareness? And that could have come from some of the lessons of Mercury retrograde. All this information clarity could have come to light because of stuff that came up. So ask yourself, look at that. What matters right now for you? And get rooted there. And there's something about being grounded that just brings clarity, that just brings, I don't know, a different perspective, a different approach. So use the light of the moon, use what it's reflecting. And we have the sun in Cancer. So right now, we could be emotional, you know, we could be a little bit insecure. Venus is in Cancer and Pluto is opposing Venus. And it could bring up a little bit of feelings that you need reassurance, and tendencies of maybe self sabotaging. Cancer likes to hide. The wounded side of Cancer, or the shadow side of Cancer, likes to hide. Cancers are so emotional, that sometimes it gets the better of them and they go back into their shell. They go into hiding. The crab is the symbol of the Cancer. And, that outer tough shell protects them from that mushiness that they are inside. And it's perfect because cancers appear to be tough, but they are really sensitive and really emotional. So this is a tough place for the destroyer or the transformer of Pluto to be. And it could bring up some emotional stuff. So this chart, this full moon chart, is really bringing an aspect of self parenting. How are you mothering yourself? While you're getting clear, while you're getting sober, while you're getting rooted into your dreams, into the direction of your desires. How are you self parenting throughout that process and soothing? Because really, this full moon is asking us, it doesn't do less. You don't have to do more to make more. You don't have to do more to be more successful. What could be removed? What could be cut out that isn't necessary? It's really trimming the fat, and it may be doing that in a little bit of a harsh way. So, since the sun is in Cancer, then we can get a little bit emotional over it. But it really is there to show us what needs to be cut out, what needs to be removed. Because really, this energy is moving you towards a future that supports you. And if it has to show it to you in a little bit of a tough way, then so be it, because that's Capricorn. And that's the way they get shit moving. This is what it is. This is how it is. And this is what we need to do to get it done. So soothe and self parent so you can get on with it, and then use all of that you learned throughout the retrograde and really apply it. What needs to be removed? What came up that wasn't working? Where did you take on too much? What needs to be cut out? Again. So with Mercury direct, this is great to look at. It has been reviewing, it has been bringing information forward for you to use. Are there decisions to be made now? What is necessary? What is necessary to move forward? What is necessary to get you in that direction where you want to go? And here's a whole bunch of motivation to do it. So take it in, draw in the light of this full moon. Sometimes you'll see me come on here and tell you, hey, this full moon is crazy. Like, don't put your crystals out. Like, don't go dancing under the full moon. Not tonight. This one is one where you can go outside and really draw in the light of that moon. Capricorn is grounded enough at this moment to support you, where you can take this illumination, take the light of the full moon, and check in, make a little check in, and be like, where do I want to continue? Where did I take on too much? What direction needs my focus, needs my energy first? What matters most? Remember, Capricorn. And then use this full moon to cut it out, because now the light of the full moon yesterday was at its peak, illuminated, and now it'll begin to decrease. So, by using that light to decrease the things that you no longer want, what needs to go? And then by the new moon, we start the cycle again as to what now, where's the newness needs to come in? Where, what is this new direction that I'm going to take? And then in the new moon it becomes dark, and then the light starts to increase. So then you start adding, or you start taking a new direction, or you start using the new ideas that came when you cut everything else out in the full moon. And these are just the ways, that very basic ways, that you can use the light of the moon to increase what you want in your life and decrease what is not working. And this is really a great full moon to do that, to really think about what's been coming up. Am I just feeling insecure? Do I really need to focus on certain things that are going to benefit me right now in this moment? This is what matters most. This is where my energy needs to go. And that's the kind of clarity that this full moon in Capricorn is promising to bring, with its sobering effects. What are the changes that are going to work for you, that are going to move you in that direction of that future, that is going to support the life that you're bringing? And really, it's as simple as that with this full moon. It really is, and I think that's why a lot of us in the astrology community are looking at this as a breath of fresh air, because I think that this kind of groundedness after that mutable energy that we came out of, and that chaotic energy that we came out of, really, really is a breath of fresh air. This groundedness, this soberness, this seriousness is exactly what we need, so that we can use everything that we've learned and really move forward in the right direction for us. So it's as simple as that, comadre. Bring the tools that are going to help you use your time wisely. And it's not about doing more, it's about doing less. It's about retaining and refueling your energy as you go along, self parenting yourself as you're realizing your dreams and making your stuff happen. How can you avoid taking on things that overwhelm you and exhaust you in the process? Because it doesn't need to be that way. And we're moving into a new earth, into a new age. So, what are the things that you really want to bring with you? What old habits do you need to leave behind that don't work in this energy that we're describing now, where you're living more abundantly, doing less? And what I mean by doing less is by physically action, masculine energy, understanding that doing doesn't equal productivity. It's everything that comes along with it: learning, introspecting, reviewing, being creative, taking time to think, taking care of your body, doing the things, actually doing the thing, putting pen to paper, as they say, collaborating, finding the right connections. But what I mean is that it's all of it, right? So, what can be removed that doesn't move in that direction that supports you? And basically, that's what you need. That's what's necessary. That's what's going to um, bring the most out of this full moon for you. So I hope that you get to that shedding. I hope that you really enjoy this time of getting grounded and getting rooted in your truth, getting rooted in your dreams and in your life. And, don't forget to self care and self parent along the way. Thank you so much, comadre. As always, I love sharing space with you. I will see you in the next new moon. And as I was saying before, see if you can take time this summer and join us live. We would love to have you here. Take care and be well.